The next agenda now is the keynote address by the chairman, Tana, Nigeria.
Okay, thank you very much. Once again, my name is Jaiyeola Fatungase. I will stand on existing protocol, but I want to particularly recognize the presence of our guest speakers in the person of Professor Olayinka Olabode, the renowned dermatologist from the College of Medicine, Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife, as well as Dr. Charles Olusegun Duarte, Ekiti State AIDS Control Agency head. Ladies and gentlemen of the print, electronic, and news media, distinguished TANA members, ladies and gentlemen, I am pleased to welcome you all to this event organized by TANA to mark this year's International Albinism Awareness Day, which is celebrated yearly on 13th of June. This year's theme is United in Making Our Voice Heard. The theme of this year's commemoration is chosen because including voices of persons with albinism, PWA, is essential to ensure equality. To celebrate how groups of PWAs and individuals increase the visibility of persons with albinism in all domains of life. Celebrate how PWAs globally attain and surpass expectation in all facets of life. To encourage and celebrate unity among groups of PWAs. To highlight the work being done by albinism groups around the world. I believe that this theme is very apt. Well, we have all been told what albinism is previously. Albinism is a rare, non-contagious genetic condition that results from lack of pigmentation or melanin, causing reduction of color of the skin, hair, and eyes, making us vulnerable to the sun and bright light. It could happen in both male and female, and it is found in all races and ethnicities of the world. Hence, albinism does not discriminate on any ground, including gender and social status, provided that both parents possess the gene, whether they have albinism or not. It is estimated that in North America and Europe, 1 in every 20,000 people have some form of albinism. In Africa, there are regional variants in the prevalence of albinism. According to the United Nations, the prevalence rate ranges from 1 in 5,000 to 1 in 15,000 persons, with some population in South Africa even having 1 in 1,000 persons. In Nigeria in particular, there is no adequate data on the population of PWAs due to lack of disaggregated data. It is instructive to state that lack of melanin in the genetic composition of PWAs causes vision impairment and a high chance of getting skin cancer. As a result of the associated problem of visual impairment, PWAs suffer a double jeopardy of discrimination based on their color and visual impairment. For women with albinism, the discrimination they suffer is further heightened due to their gender and the prevailing patriarchal culture in our society. Overall, the UN findings reveal that PWAs in Africa have a lower life expectancy because of several causes, such as their propensity to contracting skin cancer and inimical practices associated with the belief in witchcraft, including the notion that the body parts of PWAs can evoke success and good luck. This has therefore caused instances of violent attacks leading to murder, mutilation, ritual rape, infanticide, and merchandising of persons and body parts of PWAs. Though in Nigeria, killing and maiming of persons living with albinism is rare, the stigma associated with the condition is debilitating. Many of our members are denied their fundamental human rights, which I will highlight shortly. Skin cancer is the greatest health issue confronting PWAs in Nigeria, though it is preventable if detected early. Poverty, social exclusion, scarce and expensive sunscreen, as well as non-inclusion of PWAs in the health policy of government, is an infringement of our right to health and makes skin cancer a major threat to our longevity, especially for those in rural areas. As one of the marginalized groups left further behind, we must begin to be included in health interventions as envisaged by the Marxism of leaving no one behind, propounded by the Sustainable Development Goals. Rights to education. Like other children with disabilities, educating children with albinism is very expensive. No thanks to non-availability and expensive assistive devices such as magnifiers, sunscreen, and sun shielding clothing. Besides, absence of reading materials in large print, magnifiers for reading, allotment of more time during exams due to the vision impairment, and some of the non-inclusive policies on education that hinder the performance of pupils with albinism. Other impediments to good education for children with albinism are teachers' indifference to their needs, including teachers not permitting them to copy notes from others after lessons and disallowing them from sitting in front of the class to have a clearer view of the board. In educational settings, children with albinism also face bullying, name-calling, taunting, discrimination, and stigmatization from teachers and fellow pupils. Worst of all, other children refuse to play with children with albinism, sometimes on the orders of their parents or due to long-held unfounded beliefs about albinism. Denial of the right to employment. Unemployment is a major problem confronting PWS in Nigeria. As a result of the plethora of educational problems discussed, PWS sometimes lack the prerequisite educational qualification to get decent indoor jobs. Hence, many PWS are only able to engage in menial jobs in outdoor settings, such as farming and hawking, which in turn exposes them to the sun, resulting in the skin cancer I talked about. On one hand, employers discriminate against PWAs, sometimes labeling them as deficient. clumsy, and whose appearance may scare other workers and clients. This is even more precarious for women with albinism, who often face sexual harassment and other forms of gender-based violence. On the other hand, PWAs who own businesses of their own receive low patronage because of the stigmatization associated with albinism. They are also denied access to loan facilities and badly needed social capital needed to survive in this harsh economic climate. Due to these injustices, which I have highlighted, PWAs suffer all forms of deprivation, making us poor in all ramifications. Hence, there is a cyclical relationship between albinism and poverty. We therefore call on all agencies of government concerned, especially Office of Disability Affairs in Ekiti State, to intensify its mandate by interfacing with the private sector and all ministries, departments, and agencies to make their programs and policies inclusive of disabled people. We also call on the mass media to partner with us by enlightening the public and giving more attention to issues that concern us. Thank you very much for your attention.